Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is ReNDoG coming at you from the now completed exit airlock of the power module of the RENSTAR space platform in this Let's Play Minecraft Feed the Beast series. In the previous episode, we were working on an exit dock mechanism for the RENSTAR, and in this episode, my friends, I've got a butt-ton to show you around the RENSTAR, and we are also heading back to the CYBERLABS to do a little bit of spring cleaning, because let me tell you something, guys, things are getting freaking out of hand down there, man. Sit back and relax with your crunchy-ass snack and tasty-ass beverage. Let's feed the beast that is our freaking minds. And speaking about crunchy-ass beverages and tasty-ass snacks, give me 1 second. Ice cold H2O, man. Let's play some Feed the Beast, guys. I am now freaking ready, and I am so excited for today's episode because I've got so much to show you guys that is going to blow your freaking minds. And man, I am so happy with how everything is turning out in the RENSTAR. First and foremostly, let's begin with the exit dock that we were working on in the previous episode. As you guys can see from outside this here window, things are starting to look pretty awesome. And let's head into the exit dock itself. Let's open up over here. Kaplam! One of you cyberdogs recommended changing the glass to reinforced glass because obviously it just makes a lot more sense. So that's what I've done. Looks absolutely sweet. We now have the exit button, and check it out, man. I've made like a little platform over here so that when you fly in from the atmosphere, you can land quite easily in here to get back into the RENSTAR. And then this button over here opens this door again. As you can see, that button is connected via some red alloy wire that goes over here. But more importantly, guys, let's take a look at the aesthetics of the exit dock. As you guys can see, I've tried to make it as compact as possible, and I've also tried to make it as much of an entry dock as possible. Let's gain a little bit of height over here and have a look from a distance what it looks like. As you can see, man, I think that looks pretty sweet, and each module of the RENSTAR will have 4 of these exit and entry docks, actually, one on each side of the module. So that looks pretty freaking awesome. And if I do say so myself, man, the RENSTAR is starting to look pretty damn sweet from up here, man. Oh, that is epic. So check it out, man. We're flying in after, I don't know, mining some asteroids in an asteroid field somewhere, and bam, we enter the entry dock of the RENSTAR space platform. Decompression chamber initiated. Open the freaking door and we are in. Now, I've pretty much airlocked the entire RENSTAR now, except for the 2 reactor rooms. Let me take you guys on a little journey along the corridors of the RENSTAR. As you guys can see, I've added all the portal pads. I've finished off the roof and all the lining and all of this freaking jazz. Laid down all of the marble covers over here and basically completed the corridors of the RENSTAR space platform. I've been working on this corridor for the last, I don't know, 40 minutes or so, getting the windows installed. We need to get the utility station in here, and of course another exit dock is going to go in here. This corridor over here, I haven't started with the windows or with the exit dock or the utility station or any of that jazz yet. I've just laid it down. But man, what I can tell you about this project is that it is a whole bunch of repetition. So every single corridor has to be perfectly symmetrical, right? So I'm making exactly the same window each time, exactly the same middle bit with the lights each time, exactly the same portal pad each time. And what I've realized is, in real life, basically, is that the best architecture that we see on this planet is all about symmetry, man. If you look at your like favorite buildings in a city, just look how many times patterns are repeated or structures are repeated over and over and over again throughout the building. And it's what makes the building so freaking awesome. And I think that one of the reasons the RENSTAR is turning out so awesome is because we're keeping it symmetrical. We've got symmetry all up in this jazz over here, man. And it just makes it, the whole look of it a whole bunch better, man. But as you can see, I've been working quite hard over here, guys. Very, very happy and proud of how these corridors are turning out. And I must say that now that we are generating copper from our centrifuges, I'm able to use whatever copper does head into the METALWORKS factory to make all of these copper covers and copper blocks and stuff. However, we do still have a little bit of a problem with the METALWORKS factory, guys, which I'm going to be showing you in a moment. But you guys may have noticed something new inside of the power module over here too. And this was another amazing suggestion by a cyberdog who suggested adding windows into the rooms of the power module so that you can actually see where the jazz you are heading. Before, when every single room was exactly the same, I was actually getting lost. I would get to this point over here and I would be disorientated. I'd be like, where in the freaking jazz am I, man? Where is the reactor room? Where is the power control room? But now we've got these little windows in the corner of each of the rooms that look directly into the room, so we can very easily see that these are the reactor rooms, this is the power control room, and this is the battery room over here. So a really epic freaking suggestion by you cyberdogs. One of you cyberdogs, really sweet, man, and I've now implemented it, and it's got a little window from the inside too. I don't know, it just kind of makes the room feel a little bit bigger, I guess, and it especially makes the corridors feel a little bit bigger. Doesn't that feel much bigger now? Yeah, it feels much bigger to me, even though technically it isn't bigger. So that is awesome, man. Very happy with this little new window design that I've added here. Very awesome. Now let's head into reactor room 1. We can see that I have actually restarted the nuclear reactors. I rebuilt 8 quad uranium cells downstairs in the quad uranium cell factory, and as you can see, I've been playing now for about 50 minutes since I turned on the reactors again. Now, what I did was I reset the centrifuges. I took all of the lava cans out of them, let them run their cycle, then put all of the lava cans back into the centrifuges, and then turned on the nuclear reactors. So now we have about 2 hours to go to see whether or not these six centrifuges are going to be able to generate enough dense copper for us. They've already made... Oh, I also took out all of the copper out of both of these project tables. So all of this copper that you see here, this dense copper plate, has just been generated by the centrifuges since I turned on the nuclear reactors. So in 2 hours time, we'll be able to come back and check out whether or not we can actually create enough dense copper plates in 2 hours and 48 minutes from our centrifuge array. Now, for some freaking reason, I think that... Let's have a look, man. Yeah, you see, for some reason, the filter or the relay at the back of the centrifuge array is still sending the lava cans into the overflow chest over here and not directly into the centrifuges themselves. And I really don't understand why that's happening, man. It's this pneumatic pipe should be sending the lava cans to the first open available place, like the first open available chest or area that the lava can actually go to. But for some reason, even though there is space in the centrifuges, that relay looks like it is sending lava cans all the way into the overflow chest over here for some freaking reason, man, and I'm not entirely sure why. Maybe one of you really smart Feed the Beast cyberdogs out there knows and can let me know in the comment section below. But I'm just sort of coming back here every now and then, making sure the centrifuges are fully charged up, and yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get enough dense copper plates for another round of quad uranium cells per each cycle of our nuclear reactors. Whew, damn, that is some complicated jazz, man. But we do need to get a bit more uranium and tin so that we can make some more uranium cells for the next batch. But that's only 2 hours away, guys. Next up, now that I've shown you all the awesomeness of the RENSTAR, and please note, guys, please note the quiet, peaceful serenity of the RENSTAR, man. I've been working really hard to keep this place really clean, really symmetrical, everything as clinical as possible so that it feels really calm up in here, man, because obviously Feed the Beast is an extremely complicated mod pack and things, you know, can get really out of hand. Now, with that said, I'm going to take you guys into the chaos that is the CYBERLABS and the METALWORKS factory. I hope you guys are ready, man. I hope you got your freaking anti-OCD hats on because things are about to get crazy. Right, let's head into the METALWORKS factory, guys. I came down to the METALWORKS factory just before I started recording this video because I wanted to pick up some stuff. And I noticed, okay, we still got tin blocks. We haven't got any copper blocks left because I've been using them to finish off the corridors. We've got a little bit of silver, but we don't need silver at the moment. All of this jazz, we don't really need any of this jazz right now. What we do need is iron, and that's the one that is freaking missing. I used a bunch of iron to do the lining and of the corridors, like the lining on the top and the bottom, the skirting, if you will. So I came down to get a bit more iron, and I noticed there is no freaking iron available. And if you guys remember, we had a butt-ton of iron available. About 3 episodes ago, we had like 34 stacks of iron or whatever. And it was a ridiculous amount of iron, which we smelted down, turned it into blocks, and which has now basically all been consumed for the construction of the dock over there and the corridors and whatnot. But I want to know is where in the jazz is all of my freaking iron? And the only way that I can answer that question, guys, is to take you cyber diggity dogs into the CYBERLABS. And basically, things have gotten a little bit crazy in there, man. Things, with 5 quarries running, a recycling facility going full tilt, basically our sorting system has started to jazz out a bit, man. Things have started to take their toll, shall we say. And things are starting to get a little bit nasty around here. A little bit filthy, shall we say. Out of hand, shall we say. And we need to sort this jazz out ASAP. Now, the first thing that I spotted, my friends, was this little annex that we added to the storage warehouse many moons ago to add more of these barrels into the system. And what I spotted that was over here is where all of our freaking iron is gone. There is 59 stacks of iron in here that is not going to the Metalworks factory. So what happened was, at some point, the Metalworks factory, I didn't switch the lever off, so basically all of the iron dust got sucked out of the barrel. Then that barrel got filled with some random jazz. Then the sorting facility filled up that barrel with the excess iron dust, and all of the iron dust now goes to that barrel instead of to the freaking Metalworks factory. You can see we've got our quarries running full tilt over there, and if we head all the way on this side too, we can see that our quarries are also running full tilt over there. So tons of items coming into the recycling facility. Let's just pop our heads into the recycling facility, have a look at the transport pipes. This place is jammed up, man. It is receiving more freaking material than it is able to process right now. And here comes the worst of it. Let's open the overflow chest. Look at that, people. I mean, that is just... oh, God. That is just a mess. Look how much forcisium, redstone, crude oil... I mean, this is just a ridiculous amount of stuff in here. So what I'm going to do is start off with cleaning this up, guys. Let's get all of the sand out here. And what I want to do is turn the sand into glass, because we need a steady supply of glass. And what else can we take out of here? We clearly have a barrel that's completely filled with redstone, but I think we're probably going to have to make another barrel worth of redstone somewhere, because it's just ridiculous. We also haven't made any fertilizer in a while, so I think I'll pick up a few blocks of apatite from that chest, head over into the machine room over here, and macerate this apatite down into fertilizer. So let's get that in place, just so the FERRU harvester has a whole bunch of jazz going, so it doesn't run out of fertilizer. Now, let's head into the furnace room and get all of this freaking excess sand smelted down. And clearly, the tree factory is producing excess sand. I mean, that's the only place where all of the sand is coming from, right? Is our tree factory outside. So we basically need another redstone barrel and another sand barrel, I guess. And we also probably need another forcisium barrel. And we need to get all of this freaking iron back into the sorting system so that it can actually go to its correct place in the Metalworks factory, so we can start making freaking iron blocks again. I need them freaking iron blocks for slabs and corner slabs and all of that freaking jazz, man. But let's head back into this overflow chest, see if there's anything else here that we need to add. Crude oil, I mean, we have a barrel filled with crude oil, and we're using nuclear power, so we don't need crude oil. We've got a whole bunch of bees in here. And all of that fertilizer we just made is coming into the overflow chest for some reason and not going into the freaking FERRU harvester. So I don't know what's going on there. We've got a whole bunch of marble coming in here too. We probably need another forcisium chest. In fact, we definitely do. And it looks like we need another nickelite chest. And then we've got a whole bunch of jazz here that we don't really care about. We don't really need another obsidian chest. We definitely need a cake chest. Definitely need a cake chest. So let's just arrange in our inventory here all of the new chests that we require. Forcisium, nickelite, marble, sand, redstone, and cake. That's the business. And I guess we should probably make another crude oil chest. Who knows, we might end up using it at some point. Why this fertilizer is not going to the FERRU harvester, I have no idea. I cannot say. I think maybe the pneumatic pipeline has been severed by a freaking Enderman or something like that. That's the only explanation that I have. Probably another obsidian chest required too. Alright. And that's pretty much all of the excess material coming into the sorting facility. I think, yeah, let's keep the string or so. We might need that for something at some point. And And all of this freaking fertilizer is coming in here. All right. So let's head up into the bio-research facility. Haven't been in here in a while. I've been so freaking focused on the RENSTAR that I've literally just been jumping between the RENSTAR and the METALWORKS factory to get it built. And I haven't really spent a lot of time inside of the CYBERLABS, sorry. And man, I actually do kind of miss it. And I'm assuming that our crop matron is completely empty. So let's get this crop matron fired up again. Let's get some fertilizer hydration cells up in there. Got a whole bunch of bees in our inventory. And I think the best thing for us to do now is to change all of these barrels over here that have these things in these scaffolding in that we were going to use for the RENSTAR. I think we should just swap them out for the things that we need over here, man. So I mean, I'm gonna just break the barrels, I think, and then deal with the mess afterwards, right? So oh my god. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Are we not even picking up the barrels? Oh, you have got to be kidding me, man. Where are the barrels? Give me the barrels. All right, cyber dogs, we have just got a bit of a mess over here that we need to clean up. And I think the best way to do this is to start recycling all of this scaffolding. Although scaffolding doesn't actually recycle into anything. So actually, it's just a mess. What we're looking at is literally just a giant ass mess. There's absolutely nothing we can do with any of this jazz, man. That is just the most annoying thing ever. Well, let's just unleash the freaking fury, and eventually these things will despawn. And man, the lag is coming in. And what I need to do is pick up the freaking barrel. That is what I need to do, man. Or maybe there's a barrel in one of these chests over here. Guys, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. From the peace and serenity of the RENSTAR to this absolute freaking chaos, man. Chaos! It is killing my OCD, man. My OCD is dying right now. Is melting. Literally freaking melting. Alright. So now that we got a barrel up in here, man, let's do this thing. So we're gonna put in a barrel. That'll be for cesium. No, not coal. For cesium. This barrel will be... Nope. Nope. Marble. Oh my goodness, man. This chaos is too much for my soul. That's going to be Nikolite. This barrel in here will be redstone. This barrel will be obsidian. This barrel will be crude oil. And what do we need? We just need one more barrel for sand, right? One more barrel for sand. Oh my goodness, the mess! The mess! I need to get out of here, man. Look at this. Look at this. Oh god, that is just dreadful, man. Dreadful. Alright. We need to get cake up in here somewhere, man. Oh, hello, chicken. I'd just like you guys to note how much food our reprocessing facility actually makes, man. This is all food generated by our awesome recycling facility, man. How sweet is this? Apples and everything. Oh, man. We actually do need somewhere for cake, though. I want some cake. Let's stick the cake in here. And let's pick up some tasty ass roast chicken. Not all of it, though. Oh dudes, this is gonna drive me crazy. No, why is there glass there now? Get out, glass, get out. Oh man, the glass should be over here. I just cannot wait to move to the RENSTAR permanently, guys. Seriously, I mean, this is just out of hand. This is 100% out of hand. Whew. Damn. What we need is some sort of a system or something that'll remove items. We need to kill these items somewhere in lava or something. I suppose we could just chuck them over the edge into one of these dead quarries over here. Yeah, that could work too. Let's just drop all of this. Get out of my freaking life. All of the scaffolding, please. Just get out of here, man. Now, we have picked up a couple of bees, and we do have some bees in the sorting facility, or in the storage warehouse for that matter. So what I'm thinking is, and this is something I was talking about with some cyberdogs on dogcraft.net the other day. What I want to do is build a module in the RENSTAR that's going to kind of be like a biodome, right? And this biodome is going to like have crops and jazz like that and trees and flowers and all that sort of jazz. And in this biodome, maybe we could like build like a beehive. Because as I understand it, bees can make awesome stuff like uranium, for example, and copper, in fact, for that matter. Like bees can make like a whole bunch of really sweet stuff, which is really epic. So that might be a sweet plan. But guys, wait, what I need to do now is move all of the jazz that we need moved from this freaking overflow chest back into the sorting system. And as it's already starting to fill up again, more fertilizer. Oh my goodness gracious. Look how much fertilizer has just come through here, man. It's just insane. And we have a whole bunch of bees up in here. I need to move all of this freaking jazz back into the sorting system. Get it cleaned up. Move all of the iron out of the storage warehouse back into the metalworks factory. I'm just going to stick it back into the sorting facility. The sorting facility will actually send that iron back into the metalworks factory. And for some reason, I do not know why this fertilizer is not going into the FERRU harvester over here. Let's just come and have a look. Well, everything seems to be in order. Alright, CyberDogs, I'm gonna get busy spring cleaning the CyberLabs, getting that iron back into the metalworks factory, cleaning up that freaking overflow chest, and getting the CyberLabs back to its former glory. It's probably gonna take me a butt long time. And I will see you on the other side of this freaking kaplam. And I guess we'll be able to see how long it takes me by heading up to the RENSTAR and having a look at the nuclear reactor timers. Guys, I'll see you on the other side of this freaking kaplam. Kaplam! Alright, welcome back, Cyber Dogs. I'm just about to put the last of the iron into the manual insertion chest over here, so let's get that in there. Thank freaking bajingo for that, man. All of this iron is now going to head back into the metalworks factory and fill up that barrel like it should be doing. Now, the next task for me is going to be clearing out this freaking chest over here. Basically, you just need to move all of this jazz from this chest into the manual insertion chest to my right over there. So I'm going to start with this process like this, guys. And man, this is some painful jazz, but I literally just cannot allow this to happen. I can't go on, man. I need to clean this place up or my OCD is absolutely going to kill me, and I'm just not going to be able to carry on playing until I've actually done this. So there we go. The last of the iron is heading into the correct place now, and I guess we can start inserting all of this jazz too. I'll bring you guys back in a second when we're a little bit closer to achieving our goal over here. Kaplam! Alright, Cyber Dogs, welcome back, and the OCD is slowly but surely subsiding. Number one, all of those freaking scaffoldings have despawned. I've also managed to move most of the stuff out of that overflow chest into the storage warehouse. 37 stacks of forcisium, 5 stacks of marble, 14 stacks of nicolite, 36 stacks of redstone, 13 stacks of freaking crude oil, and a whole bunch of other jazz, man. And slowly but surely, the CyberLabs are getting cleaned up. But guys, what I have realized is that this storage warehouse is just a complete disaster area. It is just a complete mess. Oh, and by the way, I gave fertilizer its own barrel over here too. But we just cannot go on with such an unorganized, uncategorized storage facility. I mean, the storage facility has done its job. It's kept all of the stuff that we've got from our quarries and from our recycling facility, but there's just no order to it. There is absolutely no order to it at all. And what I'm thinking is that, and here, this is the last of the iron being delivered into the metalworks factory. What I'm thinking, guys, is that we need to perhaps make the second module of the RENSTAR space platform the storage module. And as you guys can see, the overflow chest over here is now nice and sorted. And what I'm thinking is that we're almost at the end of season 1, and maybe season 2 we start working on the storage module, and we will build like a proper categorization module, right, where we will just have rows upon rows of barrels storing all of the ridiculous amount of loot that the RENSTAR is going to suck out of the earth. And that seems to me like probably the most logical choice to make for the next module of the RENSTAR, before we make the machine room, before we start making all of the machines in the factories and the quarries and whatnot. Let's sort out our freaking items. But guys, next up on the agenda for today is sorting out this dispenser. Yep, as we can see, the dispenser has not clogged up, which is excellent. We've got the timer now running at 2.5 seconds, and as you guys can see, it's pretty much making an item every 2.5 seconds. Our cyber laboratory is creating one item every 2.5 seconds, pretty much without fail. Which is absolutely amazing, obviously. And in the RENSTAR space platform, what I want to try and do is maybe double the output of this recycling facility. I want to be able to get to a point where we're making an item every second, for example. That's going to be my goal for that module of the RENSTAR. But that's looking good. There's actually only one more. Oh, you bastard. You back up, son! Whew, that was close, man. There's actually only one more chest we need to sort out in this laboratory right now, guys, and that is this chest over here. The workshop is starting to look really dismal too. You know, it used to be so nice and orderly in here, and I've broken it apart and moved stuff around, and it's getting a little bit sad in here, man. But check it out, guys. We've got a whole bunch of freaking jazz in here that we need to move also. So I'm going to pick up all of this freaking nonsense, move it into the manual insertion chest, get it all delivered into the sorting system, and then on the other side of this kaplam, guys, we will just have a quick look over what we have done today and what we're going to be doing for the rest of Season 1. I'll see you on the other side of this kaplam, my friends. Kaplam! Alright, CyberDogs, welcome back, and yes, that is an arrow in my brain. There have been quite a few spawns in the CyberLabs while I've been cleaning up, so yeah, took one to the freaking head. But guys, I have now sorted out this freaking diamond chest over here. The project table is sorted, and basically order has been somewhat restored to the CyberLabs, not entirely. Still, the storage facilities, of course, still extremely messy, but we've cleaned up the overflow chest. We've got the iron now going into the correct freaking place. And we just have a few more things to do now, guys. And that is just to collect a few materials for the RENSTAR. I've already picked up a few stacks of glass over here that we smelted down earlier. Let's just pick up one more stack of glass over here just to keep it symmetrical, considering this is the episode about symmetry. And let's head over here. I need to pick up some more uranium too. We're going to need to make a few more uranium cells. So let's pick up 2 stacks of uranium. And let's pick up 2 stacks of tin ingots. I think we've got a few tin ingots here. Yeah, we've only got 1 stack of tin ingots over there. So, okay, all right. So we don't actually need 2 stacks of uranium for this. We'll just use 1 stack of uranium. Sweet. Now, let's head over to the METALWORKS factory to see if all of our hard work is actually paid off. And if the METALWORKS factory is now receiving all of the freaking metal dust that it requires. Only time will freaking tell, my friends. Alright, let's head in here and have a look. Please, please. Oh, there we go. That does look like iron. Yes, that is iron going into the iron chest at last. Alright, there we go. 32 stacks of... Oh, no, this is the tin barrel. So 32 stacks of tin up in there. 46 stacks of iron up in here. Finally, the iron is coming into the correct place. Let's get this jazz smelted down as soon as we possibly can, because we are out of freaking iron blocks right now. And let's have a look. How much copper have we got up there? Sweet! 7 stacks of copper dust, so let's smelt that down too. And I just need to remember at all times to come back down to the METALWORKS factory to turn these barrels off when they get around to like 1 stack or half a stack, because that's where all of our problems come from. When these barrels get filled up with other jazz that isn't these dusts, that's when all chaos and hell breaks loose, man. Let's get our buttholes up into the RENSTAR again. Back to peace and serenity, man. And speaking of peace and serenity, we are actually missing some... we're missing some covers over here. The OCD is kicking in! Oh, man, so much OCD in this episode, guys. But, man, look at this. I'm just so happy to be back. Here is my little work chest, by the way. All of the stuff that I've been using to make the corridors over here. Let's head over here and just finish off this section over here. Some of you guys probably spotted this at the beginning of the episode, actually, so my bad. But man, I'm so proud of this dock. I think it turned out really, really well. Really happy with how this this decompression chamber turned out. So freaking cool. And let's head into reactor chamber 1 and put some of this uranium into the delivery chest over here. This uranium and tin is going to get turned into uranium cells in our quad uranium cell factory down here. And guys, one last thing, let's check our industrial centrifuge array and let's have a look. Everything is looking good. Sweet. 64, 64, 64 and a bit. Let's have a look at our dense copper plate production. 9 dense copper plates in here, so that's pretty good. And 9 dense copper plates in here. Okay, awesome. Looks like our dense copper plate factory is actually doing the business. But as usual, a whole bunch of lava cans have actually jumped over the centrifuges, and instead of going into the centrifuges, they've gone into the overflow chest. Very annoying. Gotta be said, man. Extremely annoying. Maybe the simple solution actually is just to reroute them back into the relay, so the relay just continuously sends them around and around and around, and that'll make sure that they go into the centrifuges. But I guess I'll experiment with that off camera a bit, guys. But that is going to be the end of today's episode. I'm afraid we have run out of freaking time. It has been an OCD fueled episode, my friends, and I need to take a break because my brain is freaking melting. smelting. Let's head off into the power control room and see how much time we have left before we can monitor the production of our centrifuge factory. Let's have a look. Got about an hour and 28 minutes left before that. So in the next episode, guys, I'll probably spend the next hour and a half just working on the corridors and whatnot. In the next episode, we'll be able to figure out whether our centrifuge factory is self-sufficient. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. You know what to do. If you enjoyed it, you hit that like button. And if you have not subscribed yet, you hit that subscribe button, or this freaking drill is going straight up the crack of your ass. And let me tell you something, this drill can dig through obsidian. So you do not want this drill digging through your butt, if you know what I'm saying. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. It's been ReNDoG, feeding the beast that is our minds. Goodbye, my friends.